Guys, here we go. I think you all know what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm going to be removing the nub. I took my Spyderco ceramic fine rod and knocked this jimping down a little bit. I might do it a little bit more. It's still just a little aggressive. Not really bad, but more than I think is necessary. Got my scales here. I did mark off where the edge of the steel liners go. I'm gonna knock this down. I am gonna be dyeing these. You guys will see what color. Yeah, I'm making it mine, guys. I figured just go for it. So you guys are along for the ride. All right, here we go. I do have some water here. Just keep it cool while I go. Gonna go pretty heavy on it with some heavy grit first, just to make sure. You know, I need to take off quite a bit of material here, so I'm gonna go heavy first. See how that goes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna readjust so I can look at it better while I'm cut. I need to get a better view on it. Actually, it looks pretty good. It would be easier to just buy a vise, wouldn't it? Use my hand to steady it.
I do have a spray bottle somewhere.
Just looking for the finer grit. I got like a 50 grit. That was like a really heavy grit. That was 36. So this is like a 50. Gone. So I got some 120. Just gonna put it around this. Use the edge. Putting a little chamfer on the edges here. The river stream. Looks pretty good.
They've got a disease. I want to be cooler than TV for all the kids that are wondering what they're going to be. We don't really every time I
Okay, here we go. Just gonna use a 320 and this dowel. This is gonna make that finger choil much more usable. Real light. And then here I can go heavy again. Definitely don't want to get in where they'll lock. God, there's this little lip here. It's bugging me. Kept catching my fingernail on it. Gonna delete that. I might have to go a little more aggressive on that. Some 220. some 400. Go ahead and put some water on this. The wet sand going. Oh, this already feels really good. I have a feeling it's going to help the ergonomics a lot. All right. Bring you back when I'm all done. Guys, so you saw me trying to dye my scales with this stuff right here. Just your normal RIT dye. And I was having a really hard time. It was not working. So I must have not been paying close enough attention when I had watched videos of people doing this before. But my good buddy Steve over at Super Steel Steve, I ended up calling him as I was having trouble, and he let me know that really needed to get the synthetic version. So just so you guys know, if you are trying to dye your scales, you gotta get the synthetic version. I don't know if this is for different fabrics, because I know the other one's for more of a... Yeah, it doesn't really specify. But yeah, so synthetic is the way to go, guys. The dye more is what you need. And actually, when I was getting this one, I saw the dye more, and I was like, well, I kind of want it to be, you know, dyed a little darker. So I was thinking about it. I was like, man, what if I want that one? I kind of think maybe synthetic, since we're dealing with a synthetic material. Yeah, G10's definitely synthetic. So yeah, definitely worked much better. And it says synthetic fiber dye, so you know that's what it is. Polyester, nylon, acrylic. Acrylic is kind of in the same type of idea as what G10 is. So yeah, got to get the synthetic, guys. Just for your reference, if you guys are about to do this, if my video inspires you to do this, I don't know. But you guys can see how it came out. This is like a peacock green, which ended up coming out almost like an emerald green. And guys, here it is. Oh yeah. I absolutely love it. If you guys can see, I did do a bit of a fade. It's kind of hard to see. I went a little lighter at the top of the handle here, and then I just kind of had it darken until it gets back here, and it's a little bit darker. It's really subtle, guys. You can barely see it probably, but it did go for that effect. And if you look in the sun or in the light, you can see that this is still see-through. So it still is transparent. And I really did want to keep that transparency a little bit. So I'm stoked with how that came out. And then also, guys, the nub deletion came out amazing. It is much easier to close. You still have to be conscious that that's bouncing, guys. Just so you know, that's bouncing. That's why it's not closing all the way. You still have to be conscious because it does stick in there just a little bit. So when I'm closing, I do have to be conscious and maybe hold my finger a little bit closer to the edge, or just move my pointer finger as it drops. But it's much easier without that nub for it to close straight into the handle. Also, the chamfering I did on the... I mean, it's not beautiful. It's not that pretty. I didn't do an amazing job as far as making it look aesthetically good, but going in and out of the pocket, this is not going to tear it up as bad, and also my thumb, it's not going to tear that up when I'm front flipping it and stuff. This last jimp does kind of tear at your pocket a little bit, so that helped with that. And then of course, you guys know from the video, I did chamfer this, and really nice in hand now, guys. This went from a good knife to probably one of my favorites in a matter of 2 days. Well, really just 1 day. So, really excited with this, guys, and I look forward to using it and giving you guys my hype versus reality review in the end. Although, obviously, my hype versus reality is going to change a little bit because of the altercations I made to this. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this this modification video. Pretty much, you know, in the workshop is what I call them now. So, if you guys need, if you guys want to dye, make sure you get the Dye More synthetic version of Rit Dye. And also, the one thing I noticed is after I mix the dye into the boiling water, if you bring it back to a simmer, bring it back up to temperature and then let it simmer, then it really starts to make an effect. The first I'd say the first 2 or 3 minutes while it was coming back up to temperature, I feel like it didn't really dye them. But then once it got up to that nice high simmer, that's when it really started to get into effect. So just another note to make. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will have some more coming up soon. A lot more. All right. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.